last Ford Fiesta is going to roll off the production line today. We're going to hear more about this end of an era and about the car's almost 50-year history.
That looks to me like an early version.
Yes,
I'd say that was a very early one. I don't know exactly when, but yeah.
Mark 1. Now, for almost 50 years, the Ford Fiesta has been a permanent feature on our roads, regularly topping the lists of most popular cars in the UK. But today, it's going to roll off the production line for the last time.
Look at that beauty there with the stripe down the side.
It is,
How about
it is
that?
very cool.
1980.
Very, very cool.
That made them go faster. A stripe down the side, a little bit of zip.
Go faster, stripe.
Ford made the decision to discontinue its famous Super Mini in order to make space to produce electric vehicles instead. Greg Mackenzie picks up the story.
Once upon a time, there was a car.
The humble Ford Fiesta, which was once one of Ford's most popular cars, selling over 20 million worldwide, since first rolling off the production line in 1977. This, the MK1. Originally named the Bobcat, the American car company decided this Super Mini was to be called the all-new Ford Fiesta. It was affordable and a huge hit with Brits, who bought almost 5 million of them, making this one of Ford's most popular cars to date, alongside others such as the Ford Cortina and the Ford Escort. Launched as a three-door hatchback across 7 generations, the car was produced out of Ford's plant in Dagenham in East London, as well as other factories across Europe. But changing times has meant the car isn't as popular as it once was.
I think the end of Ford Fiesta paves the way for what is likely to happen across the board as we head towards electrification and the 2030 cutoff, because there isn't much margin in small, cheap cars. Right now, Fiesta isn't viable, and neither will many competitors to Fiesta from other brands.
The Fiesta, which spanned 7 generations, was simple, straightforward, and the first Ford car to feature a transverse engine layout, meaning flat. The Ford Fiesta has been rolling off the production line since the 70s, with the last MK7 rolling off the production line earlier this year. Ford even put out a farewell ad.
Sometimes it went fast. Sometimes went slow. But it always went. Until one day, it didn't anymore. Not because it couldn't. Not because it wouldn't. But because its job was done.
For me, it was, as a small boy, my nan and granddad had a red XR2i Fiesta that was always on their drive when we used to go around at weekends to go and visit them. So that was my first sort of sight and up close to a Fiesta, and I used to love being able to go out with them. When I was first past my driving test, it made me want a Fiesta to be the first car that I owned and drove. I would still be out there promoting the Fiesta and the good times that I had in mine and shared with friends and family.
But now it's the end of the road for the iconic Ford Fiesta, which has been gracing British roads for over 40 years, as Ford announces it's time for the people's car to bow out. Greg Mackenzie, BBC News.
I find it hard to believe anyone's going to watch that and not reminisce a bit. Elliot, who's on our cameras here in the studio this morning, is just explaining every stripe possible was on his Ford Fiesta. Is that right, Elliot? The middle, the sides, right, the windscreen?
Windscreen.
All up the middle, and he had them divided on the windscreen so he could just see out. I'm sure it wasn't legal, but he didn't care. He loved that car. He absolutely loved it. What about you? Ford Fiestas. Did you have one? Was it the first car you ever bought? Did you drive around it in the 70s? Send us your pictures on WhatsApp. The number's 0330 123 0440. And there's that QR code where you can scan the QR code with your phone, and that will automatically start a conversation with us. And still get in touch with us by email and on Twitter.
Looking forward to some serious stripage, if that's a word.
Yeah.
Is that a word, Elliot? Stripage?
Yes.
Yes, we got that confirmed. It's official.
So we've loved reminiscing, haven't we? Here in the studio, lots of you have been reminiscing with us and sending your memories. Here's Catherine's first car from 1993. True love, she says. That is polished up, isn't it?
Looks very neat, doesn't it? So let's have a look at Gerard. Well, Gerard's car. Oh, there's Gerard as well. I hope that is Gerard. Gerard also looking very... he's looking good there. This is a hand-me-down from his brother. So this is a Mark I Ford Fiesta Gear in bronze. Now, Gear was the fancy one.
It was.
Had sort of the pretend walnut linings and things like that, I think, didn't it?
Yeah, loads of gears around.
And you had to wear it wearing shorts like that as well. You had to drive it wearing shorts like that.
Matching top. Jackie and Adrian, they love their Mark I Fiestas so much they use them as wedding cars for their son's wedding. That's a newer one. They weren't alone. Someone else got in touch to share that their Fiesta was used, they look cool, back on their wedding day in 1988. And quickly, Kim sent a picture of her Fiesta. This is an XR2 she bought in 1988. Her pride and joy. Brown. Remember when brown cars were around?
Chocolate brown, I think.
Chocolate brown with Go Faster stripes. Thanks for the memories.